There's a clip circulating around the internet of Henry Resilient talking about the xQc and Adept divorce. And what he says is 100% true and right. However, a lot of people are misinterpreting what he says. So I'll show you the clip real quick.
So moving forward, she not getting no spousal support. She not getting no lawyer fees. And she better hope she wins something or she gonna have to pay him out.
So like I said, everything he said is right. However, people are going on Reddit and like going into his chat, like celebrating him winning his case. So normally what would happen in like a regular court case, so let's say it's just like a working dad and like a stay-at-home mom, before they even get to the court case of the divorce, they'd be in court like deciding like if the dad has to pay the mom any money. And like usually you would pay the mom some like spousal support because the mom just got divorced from the husband. So she obviously has no money because she's a stay-at-home mom. So she needs money to live before the court can figure out what's going on. So they agree on like a temporary spousal support. And that is what Adept just lost. So essentially the court is saying, we don't know if xQc and Adept are even married. We'll figure that out in May when like the real court case is happening. So until we can figure out if you're even married, you aren't getting any of his money. Now in May, he still could technically lose 50%, but this is also a good sign that it is still like up for debate in the court's mind. And there was another clip of Linus who is also being misunderstood. I mean, I guess the misunderstanding is more on Linus's part, but he almost canceled himself without even knowing it.
In a long time from like the early 2000s, and just the casual, the casual sort of gay humor, casual use of the hard R.
Oh, really?
It's jarring. Yeah, it's jarring now. And for
casual use of hard R.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like okay, it was an episode of American Dad, and it was just
Really?
like, yeah, it wasn't for shock value. It was just like used.
Whoa.
Right. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? That was in like 2003 or something, like 2002.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna deny that I dropped my fair share of hard R's back then because we didn't even the term hard R didn't even exist.
Okay, so if you haven't figured it out, he obviously thinks hard R means retard. He doesn't realize that hard R refers to N with the R on the end. And it's explained to him later on and like clears up the confusion. But close call.
This is all such a scam, lol. No activist would start a fast food chain to bring change. And then Mr. Beast replied, I started Beast Burger during COVID because restaurants were struggling and I wanted to give them a way to earn extra money. Countless restaurants were closing to go under, and the extra revenue generated off selling Beast Burgers helped them stay afloat. And until after lockdown, I've never really made a penny off it. We just reinvest the revenue into ads to help restaurants.
For whatever reason, this drama has resurfaced. It happened when he did the blind or curing blind people, saying like, oh, you're just like profiting off of people suffering. But like, I don't think Mr. Beast is doing anything wrong. I really don't care about it. Like, he can't do anything about the system. He can only like use the money he has to try to help people. So like, you can't get mad at him for that. But I hate this defense. Like, oh, my businesses have never made any profit. I just make all the money I make, I put it right back into the business. And like, yeah, that's what every major corporation has done. Like, that is like building a monopoly like 101. So like, if you start a business and you start taking like the profits out of the business immediately, your growth is going to be slowed down so much that you'll be making less money in the long term. So what you do is all your profits you reinvest back into your business, so your business starts growing exponentially, because the more it grows, the more you make, so the more you can invest, so the faster it can grow. So in like 10 or 20 years time, you're going to be like exponentially larger, and you're going to have a exponentially bigger payday than if you started taking profits out and paying yourself from day one. So that's like a terrible defense. So that's not like an altruistic strategy, or that's like not a good thing you're doing. That's just business 101.
Oh my God, I think he said, Kyedae, cancer is gonna kill you, you fat. Oh my God, that's what he was typing.
So I don't understand this. Like, I could understand, like, so what happened here is like a fan hacked one of her friend's accounts and started messaging her that on Valorant. And like, if it was like to xQc or to Miss Kiff or to even to myself, like people who like are in drama or react to drama or talk about drama, that makes sense. You're gonna have like crazy fans or like upset people, right? I look for drama to react to, and I don't think I've ever seen Kyedae in any kind of drama ever. She just seems like this wholesome person who just grinds around. Like, why does she have fans who hate her so much that they're going to like hack someone's account just to message her about her cancer? She seems so nice. And another thing I don't understand is people who do this in public.
I don't think it does it anymore, to be honest.
Like,
I really don't.
you just got a blurry
I've seen
picture
screenshots of, like, my
of a
girlfriend's
random girl's
guys'
butt on the
long-ass
beach.
messages, and it's,
Like,
paragraphs.
does he know that the internet exists and there's like all kinds of butts there that are, no offense to this person, but are like way better looking? Like, you can find exactly what you want and it's not going to be like blurry. It's going to be high definitions. Like, I don't get why people do this. Just doesn't make sense. Just like Google. It's not that difficult.
Anyway, I actually recognized you from xQc show and thought you were really funny. I don't want to make it weird, but I often see you get your packages at the entrance, and I instantly recognized you. I wasn't sure, but then
You
saw
just
your
made
black
it
hoodie with the devil's
weird. Oh, so like a fan saw her on xQc's dating show and realized that they live in the same building because the fan saw her pick up her packages all the time and he watched her. And then he left a handwritten note on her door. So like in that situation, anything you do, like anytime you approach her, it's just going to be creepy. Like, it's one thing to go up to a celebrity you know or you see like is out in public, because that's like kind of expected and acceptable. Just be like, oh hey, I'm a big fan, like, can I take a picture? That's totally fine. But like when you live in the same building as them, especially like a woman who lives by herself, you're going to make her feel so weird that there's a fan living in her building and knows where she lives and left a note on her door. Especially when the note goes on to say like, oh, we should like play games together. I'm a gamer too. Like, it's just super weird and creepy.